as that feeling of standing on train tracks, seeing a train out of control barreling your way and being unable to move. It's that feeling of things are bad now, and I know things are going to be worse very soon, but I can't do anything about it. And here we are 7 months later, finding ourselves in an all too familiar position. For better and for worse, we've been here before. We can see what's coming and are in so many ways unable to do anything about it. Children are being sent home from school. Parents are losing their jobs. Families are being told to stay away from the rest of their families for a major holiday. Businesses and streets are empty and hospitals are full. When we find ourselves in a situation like this, it's really difficult to think about being thankful. In some ways, thinking about being thankful almost feels selfish. And so at this time when the CDC is actually telling us to cancel our holiday plans, we're tempted even to just say, you know what, let's cancel Thanksgiving altogether. Today we wrap up our story of the life of Jeremiah, this public truth teller. Jeremiah was sent to his family, his friends, and his nation to encourage them to change their ways. And yet, instead of changing their ways as they stood there on those train tracks, rather than jumping off, they walked towards the train that was barreling towards them. And suddenly they found themselves far away from home, far away from the life to which they had become familiar, and grasping for what life was going to be like going forward. The life as they knew it had come to an end. So as they found themselves as strangers in a strange land, they maybe even wondered, what on earth can we be thankful for? And into that, though Jeremiah had many hard things to say to these people, he left them with words of encouragement. Yes, the before times have come to an end. Yes, we find ourselves in this new, really difficult normal, but it's time to start thinking about the next normal. This is God's message, the God who made earth, made it livable and lasting, known everywhere as God. Call to me, and I will answer you. I'll tell you marvelous and wondrous things that you could never figure out on your own. While Jeremiah was still locked up in jail, a second message from God was given to him. Yes, God's message. You're going to look at this place, these empty and desolate towns of Judah and streets of Jerusalem, and say, a wasteland, unlivable. Not even a dog could live here. But the time is coming when you're going to hear laughter and celebration, marriage festivities, people exclaiming, thank God of the angel armies. He's so good. His love never quits. As they bring thank offerings into God's temple. I'll restore everything that was lost in this land. I'll make everything as good as new. I, God, say so. You might even say that Jeremiah was helping his family, friends, and nation to uncancel their Thanksgiving. Yes, there is anticipatory grief, but maybe right alongside that, there can be anticipatory gratitude. Maybe gratitude is this small glimmer of light at the end of a tunnel, demanding of us a wild imagination to see a time when things are as they should be. As Diana Butler Bass writes, we don't have to be thankful for all things, but we can be grateful through all things. You see, it's easy to forget the goodness in our lives when in midst of great challenge, but gratitude can get us through challenges and give us perspective. Honestly, I was struggling this week with how to talk about thankfulness and gratitude. And so I went to my Grove group, and together some of us compiled a list of things that we can be grateful for, even when we struggle to figure out how to be thankful. And that list includes being grateful for our bodies, that while we are distracted by the news of the day, continue to pump blood and fill our lungs with air without us giving it a thought. We can be grateful for the ability to get tested for the coronavirus, even while we lament its spread. We can be grateful for scientists who have worked around the world and around the clock to find therapies and vaccines to combat the virus. We can be grateful for essential workers who keep us healthy and keep things going. We can be grateful for people working hard to stay home, to keep people safe, many of whom we have never and will never meet. We can be grateful for new conversations about how to make our systems more just and equitable. We can be grateful for time with family, hard and chaotic, but together. We can be grateful for technology that are not a perfect replacement, yet keep us connected to the families we can't be with. And we can be grateful that there is a God who knows us, loves us, and wants good things for us. Amidst my own anticipatory grief this week, I caught myself, like Jeremiah, anticipating when this is all done. A time when there will be laughter and celebration, marriage festivities, and people exclaiming, "Thank God! God is so good. God's love never quits." And for that, I am incredibly grateful.